In this series, I will rate every single character in Jujutsu Shenanigans. I will rate them based on speed, mix-up, and combos. Well, let's get started. So, I know a lot about Yuji, even though I'm not a Yuji main and I'm not a Yuji competitive player. This is because Yuji is famous for being used by a lot of high elo players, and I've fought a lot of them in ranked. So Yuji is a very controversial character because he has had so many nerfs, because back then he used to be overpowered, and for some people he's trash, while for others he's the most OP character in the game. Okay, so let's look at movement. Movement is really underrated in this game, but the faster you are, the better you can confuse players. Everyone, and even the walls, know you can feint Crushing Blow and Curse Strikes Aerial for easy movement. And like you can see here, if used by a good player, it can be a very good advantage. So, the first advantage is that it can be really fast and annoying to deal with because they can go out of your camera view and be unpredictable. As you can see, this guy was really confusing me. The second advantage is that you can avoid a lot of moves, like look at this trick. And this is why TZE nerfed the R special. Now you have a cooldown and it wastes a bit of awakening, but it's not really a problem. So Yuji is still an easy S tier in movement. Only characters like Naoya are faster, but maybe not this versatile. Now let's look at mix-ups and passives. By mix-ups I mean anything that can be used to damage players, and so I'm also including the AR special and passives. So for M1s, Yuji has an advantage because his M1s are faster by 10 milliseconds, even though it's hard to see, but also some players found out that he is one of the characters that gets stunned if blocked. So if they are very good players and block you, you might get punished. Now some people say he's an M1 merchant, but I think that even if he needs M1s, he has a lot more viable moves than other characters. The feint special lets you avoid end lag, and that is already very overpowered. Now let's look at all moves. So, Cursed Strikes is a combo extender, and some people might say that that's the only thing it does, but the aerial variant is a block break, and if your opponent has no side dash or dash, it's basically a free hit. You can also feint it, so not a gamble at all. Also, by going up with move 2, you have a bigger range. Now, move 2 is only good as a combo extender, because even though the ground variant breaks block, it has a huge startup. Also, the air variant is blockable. Move 3 has a very good mix-up. If your opponent does literally anything while you are punching, they get stunned, and it has a huge range, so you can even stun them while dashing if you are fast enough. Now move 3 can also extend if you go behind their back and Black Flash, which means you can do a lot of crazy things like hitting them with a Black Flash and then waiting just a bit so that they try to dash away and stunning them with Divergent Fist. But to hit Black Flashes from behind, you need to be confusing and try as many tricks as you can. And it's not easy against good players. Even if the player spins randomly, you still have only a 50-50 chance of hitting a Black Flash from behind. So hitting all 4 is difficult, even if the 4th is guaranteed.
And also, let's not forget Manji Kick, literally one of the strongest counters in the entire game. You can basically travel across the entire map to parry a grain of sand. As you can see from this video where I traveled across the entire map to counter an explosion. So yes, I'm gonna say that in mix-ups Yuji is I tier, not just reliant on M1s like many other characters. So now it's time to look at combos. First we'll look at unescapable ones. So basically for true combos, Yuji is one of the best characters in the game behind Hakari, who literally just needs to do 2 and 4 to do a lot of damage, and Locust, who can do a 40 damage true combo and automatically bait evasive. An honorable mention is Nanami 4 with ratio +3, but it can't bait evasive, so I don't use it often. And for combos, after you bait evasive, he's still pretty good. This combo does at least 60 damage, and it can also do way more if you use Black Flashes and Divergent Fist stuns. And so for combos, I'm gonna say he is A tier, even though maybe he could also be a B tier. Let me know what you think. So for Awakening, I don't have a lot to say. Also, it got removed from rank, so I'll count it as an extra. His ranged M1s are very good and are very annoying to deal with. His moves are also very solid but just average. The air variant of Cleave breaks block, so that's good. Fuga is also good to use. Overall, nothing crazy. I'd say he's a B tier because when you look at other Awakenings, they are much stronger, especially the newer ones. Overall, Yuji is a very strong character even after all of the 1 million nerfs. I'd say he is easily Hay tier. A lot of the reason people complained about him is his crazy movement and block breaks, but I think that after all of the nerfs he's way more balanced, especially after they removed all of the glitchy combo extender techs like fainting crushing blow. Anyways, subscribe and hit the bell for more content.